guys, it's Isabella here and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be the books that basically I want to read in 2025. Lots of people are doing these, so I thought, why not? I like doing book videos sometimes, and I thought this would be a fun opportunity. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, friends, so the first book that I'd like to finish in 2025 is the book that I'm still currently reading, which is The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. This is the second book in the Stolen Heir duology, which is part of the Cruel Prince universe. And I've talked about this in my last video, and yeah, I'm having trouble reading it, not because it's not good, but because it's too good and I don't want it to ever end. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish this in 2025, probably January. And yep, I as you guys can tell, most of the books I want to read are going to be fantasy, so don't be surprised when all of them are fantasy. Anyway, this is the first book I want to read. This list is going to be a little bit long, but who cares, right? So the next thing that I'd like to read will be my cool edition of Grimm's Fairy Tales. Now, I'm not going to read this entire book. I just want to read the tales that I'm curious about and the ones that I really like. The ones I've seen, like, Disney movies done on and want to see the real darker versions. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to count each story as kind of like a book, if Goodreads lets me do that. But yeah, I'm super excited about this book. It has some pretty illustrations. It's got some really great stuff. So it's really pretty. And yeah, I cannot wait to give this a try. I'm a big fan of darker things, so I kind of like the darker fairy tales, so cannot wait to read some of these stories. This will be very fast. I think I'm going to start my reading goal with these stories just so I can get a few out of the way and add them to my Goodreads challenge for 2025. Just so I can get ahead, because the beginning of the year is when you should try and get ahead. So read the shorter books, read the shorter stuff, so that way you can get ahead in your reading goals. But yeah, this is the next book I want to read. So the next book that I want to read is part of a series, and that's the Crowns series by Nicola Tyke. Yeah, I've been reading this series for almost 2 years. I keep taking breaks. Even though the series is amazing, I keep taking breaks. And this is the last book. So I want to finish this in 2025 so I can finish this series. So I can start 2 other series that I'm really, really excited about. So I'm going to try and finish this in 2025. And yeah, I cannot wait to see how this ends. I highly recommend these. I've given pretty much all of them 5 stars. There's only 3 in this series, but I highly recommend you check this out. These are a debut series, but they're really good. I really liked it, and yeah, I cannot wait to finish this book because fantasy, Shadowlands, all kinds of cool politics, magic, my kind of thing. Okay, so the next book that I want to read is something I just bought today at Indigo. And that is, what is this series called? The Nightshade Crown. And the first book is The Foxglove King. And this is by Hannah Whitten. I never would have picked up this series if it wasn't for Emmy on YouTube. She read this, and I absolutely loved the premise of this. It's a girl who's kind of like masters the power of, I think it's death or resurrection or something. Anyway, it's apparently a very, like, it's kind of like gothic, a darkly romantic thing. So I was like, wow. And it's got sainted kings, royal courts, a girl who gets, like, found out for her abilities and then gets used by the royal family to try and uncover a secret. And there's a romance with the prince, I think, and I love these kinds of premises. I could read these kinds of books again and again Because even though they have the same tropes and slightly the same plots, these are the kind of things I live for, these kinds of tropes and things. So I don't care if I read 20 series with the same kind of idea. It always feels different because it's different characters, and it's not always exactly the same. So I'm just like so excited to read this. The letters are pretty big for an adult book, but yeah, I'm so excited to start this series. It's a series of 3 books, and yeah, I picked this up because there's another series I want to read that I'll tell you guys about, but it's not complete yet, so I don't want to start it. So I'll start this series and finish this one in 2025. So I'm probably going to read this book and finish the other 2 in the series in 2025. So super excited for this. And yeah, that's this book. Okay, so next, every 2 years I like to reread the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I've done it twice. This will be my 3rd time doing it. I plan to do it this summer, and I plan to also read the King of Scars duology. So here they are. This is the King of Scars book 1 and Shadow and Bone book 1. So I'm going to reread all 3 Shadow and Bone books, probably during the summer, because I like to do these during the summer. And then the 2 King of Scars duology books. I just love these books. I look for stuff that's similar to Shadow and Bone, which is why I get stuff like the book I showed you previously. And I just love books like this. These kinds of premises with like these dark, powerful men with shadow powers, and the girl with the light powers, and it's just, and the palace intrigue and all of this political stuff. It's so much fun, and I eat it up every single time. So, yep, I absolutely love these books. I know some people like the Six of Crows books better, but the show made me love the Shadow and Bone characters actually more than the Crows, and I think I like the Crows in the show better than the books. But anyway, off topic. So yeah, these will be on the top of my rereading list in 2025. And next is this is a sequel fic. A sequel book. Why am I saying fic? This is the Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. I read her first book, The Shadows Between Us, and loved it. And that one was based on the younger sister. This one's based on the older sister and her story. And it's basically about how she's played everyone for a fool. She's made everyone think she's this ditzy, dumb blonde, I guess. And she's not. She's actually been playing a game of her own. And now her game is about to go to crap. And she has to basically try and fix this problem where her husband dies. She's planning to get the estate and everything, and then some secret grandson comes up trying to get all of it take it all from her, and so she has to figure out a way to solve this problem. And this book sounds so juicy. I'm so excited to read this. It's a standalone, I guess. I don't know what to call this. Anyway, it's a really interesting thing. I'm just so excited to read this book. So that's on my list. Another book that I have is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. This is set in the Spanish Golden Age, and it has I think it's magical powers, a girl who gets brought in to what do you call it? She has special gifts, and her gifts get the attention of other people who are in power, basically, and they want to use her for those powers and to get favor with the king. And there's all kinds of stuff that goes on. But yeah, I love Leigh Bardugo, as you guys can probably tell by all my Shadow and Bone rereads. So I'm definitely so excited to get to this. I didn't read it in 2024. I got it the day it came out and I didn't read it, and I'm like so depressed about that, but I will get to this hopefully in 2025. So, sorry Leigh Bardugo, but at least I got your book, and the black edges are so cute. I don't have any books with edges that are sprayed, so this was really fun. So, yeah, that's that. And now the last books that I want to read is the Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzin. This was originally a Reylo fanfic, and I had no idea. But that's probably why I love this premise. It's so Shadow and Bone-esque as well. It's got this girl with light powers and this guy who has dark shadow powers. And his father's, like, the commander of this, like, dark army. And, like, basically this guy, like, it's like the guy and the girl basically are gonna have a romance thing going on, but they're also enemies, and it's like, fantasy, sign me up. This is exactly what I wanted this from Shadow and Bone. I wanted like a Darkling and Alina endgame, which I can understand how toxic he is, and that's why I don't really ship them in the books, more in like fanfics where they're a bit healthier. But yeah, this is exactly what I wanted from that series, so I'm definitely excited to start this series. But the problem is the second book just came out, and the third book's only coming out in 2026, so I'm probably only going to read this towards the end of the year, and I'm so sad about that because the premise is so good. I just want to read it. Oh man, this is so depressing. But yeah, it's really cool, and I'm just so excited to read it. Oh man. Anyway, that is it for the books I want to read in 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And yeah, we'll see if I actually get through all of these books, because it's quite a lot. But I did read 20 books in 2024, so I should be able to read 15 books in 2025. So, wish me luck. I wish you guys luck with your reading goals. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.